around the shop too much because nothing's ever perfect. There's always something to strive for on it.
Why don't you tell us just a little bit about how Singer got started?
So we started out in 2009 with a dream of restoring some beautiful Porsche 911s, and to this day we've commissioned about 50 cars. We have another roughly 75 in the works with clients that have asked us to restore some 964s to what you see behind us, which is number 35, the Florida car. You know, our whole goal was kind of this homage to Porsche. It's kind of, you know, take all the best bits of the air-cooled era and plop them into one car.
Right.
When we began this whole operation, we thought we were going to be doing a car here, a car there for clients, and you know, we had 6 employees in 2011. We're up to over 50. Our main focus is quality, and you know, we want to provide the best product that our clients have asked us. There's a little bit of a wait, but the end result is
Totally, yeah.
what you see behind you.
Of course.
And we feel like it speaks for itself. You know, we want our clients to drive the heck out of them. We want them to enjoy these cars just as much as we enjoy doing their restorations for them.
Right.
And, you know, I can't hammer it home enough. I mean, it's a client experience. It's a personal experience. To see the smile on your face now is exactly, it's our end goal. I mean, it really is.
And maybe that's the best thing about Singer and their customized 911s. It's not just that they're fast. It's not just that they're beautiful. It's that they exist solely to bring happiness. Nobody really needs one of these cars. But man, do I want one.
If a dinosaur came out right now and then Superman flew down and picked up the dinosaur, then that would just be all of my imagination and my dreams put into one moment right now. It's 50% of the way there.
Downshift and let her rip and we'll get you even closer. How's that?
I like the way you think.
There are old Porsches and there are new Porsches, but there's nothing quite like a Singer modified Porsche 911.
What would you say really defines a Singer, as opposed to some other restored 911 or even an original one?
Details, I would say. I mean, the jewel-like quality of every detail of the car. I think there's not one part on this car that isn't maxed out to its complete extreme, whether it's the nickel-plated finish, whether it's the paintwork. I mean, we have gold-plated lug nuts.
Obviously, the car like this, it's not about top speed or 0 to 60.
No, it's about driving pleasure. I mean, this car, it's an analog feel. It gives you a lot of modern conveniences with that awesome driving feeling of a 73 RS or, you know, an old SC.
Oh, look at that change! The sounds this thing makes are incredible.
It's a snarling beast.
It sounds like such a cliche, and it is a cliche, and I'm sorry to use the cliche, but they don't make cars that sound like this anymore. And you play it. Oh, this might be my new favorite musical instrument. It's almost, it has an energy to it.
Yes.
It's hyper. It's going to weave around. It's going to feel the road fighting back a little bit. The ride, I mean, there's clearly a lot of information coming up through the shocks and everything like that. Yeah. But it's soaking up quite a bit of what the road is putting out right now.
Exactly. You know, a lot of that is attributed to our Olin's TTX setup. We spend thousands of hours of research and development time on keeping it in that vein of that old school Porsche 911 feeling with a dose of modern ride and handling and NVH put into one package. Everything in the car is tailored to a driving experience, from the position of the steering wheel to the finish of the steering wheel to the feel and weight of the gear shift to the proximity of the pedals to one another. We like to fit you to your car. We have different spacers for steering wheel depth. We can change position on the pedals to wherever, what suits you. Say you've got a size 7, you want the pedals a little bit closer to one another. Everything down to, we have different wiper and turn signal stalks. Wow. Different depths. You want it close to the wheel, you want it far away from the wheel, you got it. I mean, the car, it has to look great, but man, does it have to perform.
A couple days after I drove it, with the engine breathing mile-high air, that same 911 went on to break 176 miles per hour in the Sun Valley Road Rally.
We run a 3.6 liter, which is what comes in the stock Porsche 911 964 series, which is what all of our cars are based off of. After the 3.6 liter, we move up to our middle of the road engine, our 3.8 liter engine. It's about 350 horsepower. The 4.0 liter engine is basically a punched out 3.8. Makes significant more horsepower. You're right below 400. You're 390, 395, 315 foot-pounds of torque. The best part is it's a stick only, man. We do a 5-speed, a 6-speed, or a 993 drive, all-wheel drive.